All right. This is Leotawa Dr. John Peterson. You are watching the Alofa Movement and TE2 Edge Sports Cards, ESC. Escape the boredom and embrace sports cards with TE2. It's kind of the motto that I came up with. Kind of corny, but still a little bit catchy. We are looking at 1985 Topps football. Cello box. Picked it up about a week and a half ago. Came about a week ago. Sat on it for a few days and kind of pondered whether or not I wanted to open it up. I have to tell you, boy, am I glad that I did. I don't think that these cards are going to appreciate as much in the box as they will as singles, and here's why. This set is super hard to find in good shape, okay? Mostly because of these black borders, all right? But there's another piece that I just realized that I didn't know about. I knew these were short printed comparative to some of the other years worth of cards that were printed by Topps, but the high number series is particularly short, and I haven't found anything on that. But like this Fouts, okay, this Fouts as a PSA 10 gem mint, sold on December 8th of this year for $1,358.33. All right, so if it's sold for that much as a 10, you're looking at least $100 for a PSA 9. And there's a whole mitt full of them here that I've put in holders, as well as in here. Now, the trick is you got to find them centered first and foremost. Then you got to check the corners. But as an example, this card is pretty nicely centered. Okay, print image is a little bit off, but let's see what that's going for as a PSA 9. Excuse me. Oh, and this is the third episode of this particular unboxing, I guess if you want to call it, a break. I mean, this isn't a traditional break where people are buying aspects of the box because it's not live. But I am breaking open a box, a Cello box. All right, so not as much for the Ed Too Tall Jones. Let's see if we can find another example. Yeah, and the first video was an hour and 4 minutes. The last one went an hour and 40. Well, here's a good example. Daryl Turner. Daryl Turner. Who did he play? Wide receiver. I don't really remember this guy. It's his rookie card, but the card number, as you can see, is 391. So it's part of that high number series of cards. And the nice thing about these boxes is that you get access to all the cards from the entire set. All right, so 1985 Daryl Turner PSA 9. Let's see here, not seeing it as a sold. And again, you got to find people that want to buy these. I'm not seeing it on eBay. Well, let's go to PSA auction price realized. Yeah, as a 9, $36 as a PSA 9. So what's it look like as a 10? Let's see, you get lucky enough to pull out a Daryl Turner PSA 10. Yeah, $53, $100. I mean, you're looking at probably $50 to $100 for a guy that really wasn't really a well-known or a good player. All right, so we're down to the last row. We've got 6 more Cello packs left. The cards that we're still looking for are the Walter Payton, which in a 9, you're looking at getting about $500 for that. I mean, honestly, the Payton would be, it'd be incredible. I mean, I have that card, but it's definitely not pack fresh. But just to have the card, another copy of the card would be pretty sweet. And for those of you that have watched the first two episodes, or the first episode, man, this pack's hard to open. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's take a look at this. There we go. So I kind of sliding the scissors underneath here. Throat's getting a little dry. I'm talking so much. Yeah, you gotta narrate it. You can't just sit there and be quiet. People don't want to watch that. Plus, there's a decent amount of stuff to be learned with this process, especially if you're a younger collector. You know, I'm doing this. I started off as a collector. You know, never really thought I'd turn this into a business, but you know, as a side hustle, this isn't a bad way to go. I mean, there's a fair amount of liquidity in these assets, in these cards. So yeah, why not? Irving Fryer. Card's worth a tiny bit. The interception leaders. There's that card again. Man, I got a bunch of these, but they're all like not cut well. Oh, here we go, here we go. Yeah, not cut well. Steve Foley, 239. What's this one of the cards? It's worth a little bit. Let's take a look. Steve Foley. $29. Yeah. So here we got the passing leaders. It's the third one I've gotten out of this box, but not a good cut on that one. Ken O'Brien, 346. Yeah, $18 for the Ken O'Brien. He was a pretty good player. That's a second year card. Keep that one. Charlie Joyner, 377. Yeah, $27 as a 9. Now, is that a 9? I don't know. It's worth taking a look at, though. So what I'll do is I'll take a look at all these cards that I've pulled out, and I will, you know, screen them. Yeah, it takes a little time, but you can screen them. You know, the ones that you think are going to be 9s, you keep out. The ones that are 8s, put away. Pretty straightforward process. Oh, that's a cool card. John Stallworth, Hall of Fame wide receiver, 363. That's $25. Now this card, I honestly don't see anything wrong with that card. Maybe the centering a bit, but top to bottom just a tad. Looks like Ohio State won that football game, beat Utah. Mike Haynes, he was a nice cornerback. $290. $17. He's an all-pro. I'm gonna make sure I set this here like this. I got something on the stove cooking, so I want to make sure I don't forget about that. It's chili, leftover chili. Ricky Schuler, Mike Quick. Cliff Branch. Oh, now here we go. Boom, boom. Gary Hogaboom. I would think Gary Hogaboom gal. Who's here, Gary Hogaboom? He ain't no good. Well, PSA 9, which this card very well could be. Gary Hogaboom. Man, the Morton Anderson's 27 bucks even. Looking for Gary Hogaboom. He's number 44. Gary Hogaboom. In a PSA 9, this is a $70 card. I challenge you to go out and spend $600 on a basketball box of new high-end basketball cards and pull out this much value. You're lucky if you get back even $100 on a $500 box. And I've already gotten back potentially, if these cards grade out, even if only 10 of these grade as 9s, I'm doing better than $100. Because look at the stacks. We got that one. We've got this one, of which that card's $70 or $60. Actually, I should put that Hogaboom. Put that Hogaboom in a sleeve right now. Not play around. That one corner down there. Otherwise, I don't know. Even as an 8. What's it as an 8? So let's say you don't get lucky and you get an 8. $15. And it doesn't even exist in PSA in a 10. So, there you go. Still looking for Walter Payton. Moon. Got a feeling it's going to be one of those two guys in this pack. And if I find one, I'm going to find another one. Maybe not the exact same card, but I'm going to find each of those cards. If I get one in this pack, the last 4 packs is going to produce another one. Oops. Still trying to be real careful. Been doing this for, what? It's 2 hours just this afternoon, and don't want to rush the process here. Again, 1985 Topps football. Don't sleep on it. A lot more affordable than 84, 86. 81? Man, I can't even play with that. Oh, it's just Singletary. Man, I love that dude. He could play some serious ball. He was a hard player. He and Dent were the core of that defense. Probably the greatest defense in the history of the NFL. 85 Bears. Nolan Cromwell, he's a nice player. I wonder what that's worth, 78. He was part of that Rams group that was good back in the late 70s. 78. Yeah, not too much, 425. EJ Jr. All Pro. This guy was a nice player, EJ Jr. 142. $12. Yeah. See, he's an All Pro. Put him in there. Mark Cotney. Tommy Jackson. ESPN analyst for many years. Gerald Riggs. Now, we haven't gotten this sequence of cards yet. Gerald Riggs was real good too. Look at that. 1984 rushed for 1486 and 13 touchdowns. That's pretty badass. Uwe von Schaman, our second Uwe. Ray Wershing. So I'm thinking this might be, I haven't seen a Wershing yet. Sometimes these cards go in patterns. I haven't seen a Roaches, Carl Roaches. Charlie Romas. Here's a Rulon Jones. Card's worth a little bit of money. Ah, Dickerson. Here we go. This one's in a little better shape than the other one too. That's 2 of those. It's good. It's about $100 on a PSA 9. All right, decent pack. Not what we were hoping in terms of Walter Payton, but so I'm sure I'm breaking some YouTube rule by having such a long video. But you know what? I don't care. Somebody's probably gonna watch this. Somebody's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna have to go out and buy myself some 1985 Topps football. This guy, Leotawa, Dr. John Peterson, is pulling out some decent value. All right, we're down to the last 4. Keep your fingers crossed that we get a Warren Moon. Or Walter Payton. Haven't gotten a Munchak rookie. It's a nice rookie card. Munchak's a Hall of Famer. Lyle Alzado. Yeah, he died early. Hugh Green. Hugh Green was a nice linebacker for the punting leaders. Now, what's this card worth? Jim Arnold and Brian Hansen. 197. You think, what could that even be worth? Well, it ain't worth much. $7. Well, there you go. Hurricanes. Another Bates rookie. Not cut well, though. Jim Burt. Might be a Jim Burt rookie card. No. 112. Thing about this set is you got to check. Ooh, now this. See, okay, now normally I'd be like, it's Jim Burt. That ain't worth nothing. $55 in a PSA 9? For real? You get a few of these in PSA 9, you're doing all right. I mean, yeah, PSA 9. Now, 10? It's decent. Another Rulon Jones. 3 of those. Another Dickerson. 3 Dickersons. Again, not cut great, but still. Some of those are good because people can afford the ones that aren't as expensive and not as great a condition. All right. Not complaining about the Dickerson. And these are going to look good with my football cards, which I don't have a ton of. All right, what do we got here? Tim Lewis on the back, Packer, and Lynn Dickey, Packer on the front. Tempted to leave that one open, or unopened, but I'm not going to do it. Some Packer fan might want that. Careful, careful. Lynn Dickey. Henry Lawrence. Jacob Green. Irving, another Irving Fryer. Hobie Brenner. Now this guy. 102. Tight end. Is this card worth any money? I've seen a few of those. No. it's not. Wait a minute. In a 10, it's 45 bucks, but yeah, it's not a 10. In the 9, it's not listed. Another Daryl Turner. All right. Another Pete Johnson. 313. What's that one worth again? I mean, some of these I'm not going to get graded, let's be honest. Pete Johnson. I mean, who's buying a Pete Johnson? 28 bucks though. $29 and a 9. Dwight Stevenson. I think Dwight Stevenson was a center. 318. Yeah. Rick Carlisle, Chris Barr, Pat Ryan. 49ers card. Todd Christensen, Bill Kenny. Art Still, Herman Hurd. Oh, not a ton in there. Not a ton. 2 packs left. All right, here we go. I bet you the price on these unopened boxes of these and cello boxes and wax boxes are going to go up. Just watch. They are going to increase. A lot of people think, it's not really very good because it doesn't have any rookies in it. Well, it's got the Dent rookie. It's got the Warren Moon rookie. Pete Holohan. Now this card is not cut well in the back. That's really too bad. 374. Yeah, 42 bucks and a 9. Unfortunately, it's cut poorly. Take a look. Front looks good. Scoring leaders, 195. Kickers. That can't be worth much. Not listed. Interception leaders one is definitely the one to have. Probably because it's cut so poorly. What is it in an 8? 15 bucks? Yeah, only one of them sold in a 9, so go figure. Ah, here it is. Yes, I knew it. I knew we. Oh, and this one is nice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now this is what it's about, folks. I'm putting this right in a sleeve right now. I'm not playing around. Now, is it a 10? Probably not. And you'll see why. Now, if you've hung in there on episode 1, hour and 4 minutes, if you've hung in there on episode 2, hour and 40 minutes, and you're still going to be watching this in episode 3, we're at 24 minutes. It's been worth your wait, because look at that. Boom. Walter Payton. Now, when I look at this card, I don't see many issues with this other than the top or side to side. So here and here, the centering is off just a little bit. Maybe 65-40, maybe 55-45. It's not perfectly centered, but it's not off. Oh, you know what? The bottom. I just saw it. The bottom and the top are not perfect. So, might be a 9, but other than that, let's take a look. with our handy dandy magnifier. Top right corner, solid. Top left corner, solid. Bottom left, solid. Little tiny bit of chipping on the bottom edge. Bottom right corner, just a titch. 10? Yeah. Not a 10. 9? Maybe. Let's see what this has. They used to say when they used books. Oh wow, Munchak too. Nice. Munchak, rookie card. Alright, let's just take a look at this Payton though first. I'm gonna read this off to you. I guess that's what I'm talking about. That's the best card in the whole set. By far. It has the most value, most recognition. So, a Walter Payton All-Pro and a PSA 9, 1985 tops. Last 5 prices. So this goes back to October 17th of this year. 510, 660 in July, 455 in April, 542 in March. It peaked at 660 in July, and now it's dropped to 510. But if you look on this on eBay, and you do Walter Payton, I told you there was going to be one in here. Walter Payton, PSA 9. And I'm not sending these to CSG. CSG's going to kill you on the centering. Alright, let's see here. So in a PSA 8.5 near mint, which I think this minimally is, PSA 9, looks like one sold for 500. I'm not even seeing it on here. PSA 6. Yeah, I'm not seeing any on eBay that have sold or completed recently. So who knows? I don't know. If that's a 9, we're looking at a $500 card. Now, when you consider all of this, how many? You got a Payton. How many Dickersons? Past the Dickerson. Oh, 2 Dickersons. 4 Dents. No, 3 Dickersons. I mean, to get this many stars out of one cello box is pretty ridiculous, if you ask me. You would never pull this much out of a $600, $700, even $900 box of basketball, right? This Payton, I'll bet you this is at least $150. The Dickersons, even though they're not 9s, oops, geez, I almost bent that. Even though they're not 9s, I'd say that one's actually pretty good. That might be a 9. These other 2 might be 8s. I mean, you're looking at about 150 maybe in the Dickersons. So let's just do the math here. Well, let's do this at the end. Let's do this at the end. We'll kind of add this up. This, I don't know, this might be one of the best boxes I've ever pulled. The Munchak. This Munchak is gorgeous. Look at that card. 85 tops football? Dude. Tiny bit off-centered. Maybe 55, 45. Putting that in the sleeve. All right, what number is this? 253? Bet it's $30. Man, I'm excited I got that Walter Payton, and it's good condition too. All right, so the Munchak in a 9. Sold at auction on the 23rd for 20 bucks. On the 22nd, it sold for 56. So you're looking at 20 to 56 for this Munchak, or Munchak, not Munchak, Munchak. Tops, mic. Let's see what eBay's got on it. Yeah, 56 bucks. 56 bucks in a PSA 9. Is this a PSA 9? Maybe. It's pretty damn close. So 56 bucks? Yeah. I mean, that's just, I'm telling you, man. The 85 tops are not a joke. Rushing leaders, I'm going to put that there. Another Youngblood, like him. Brown. Oh, shoot. Well, you knew it was going to happen. A good card, Steve Largent. I've already gotten a couple of these. It's got the gum in the back. I'm going to toss that. Oh, Mike Haynes. I've already put that in there. I think he's a Hall of Famer, actually. Kenny Easley. Oh, man, this guy got in the Hall recently. 384. Bet you that card's worth a little bit. Let's see. Oops, I gotta get to APR, sorry. Oh, okay, I'm at APR, 384. Oh, I know what I didn't do. You gotta pick a grade. So, there we go. 384, Kenny Easley, Hall of Famer, All Pro. Oh, not too much, $9. But in a 10, 59 bucks. Now this card, is that a 10? Maybe. I don't know. Tough to say. I'm so bad at figuring out the difference between 9 and 10. Duron Cherry, also a nice player. He's a Pro Bowler. 274. Let's see what that's worth. Hey, Duron Cherry's in the Hall. Yeah, $4. Still though, that looks like a 10. $25 as a 10. Now, tell me what's wrong with that card. Nothing. It's a 10. Another one of these 49ers cards. The Clayton Record Breaker. So this card, look at that card. Card number 1. It's the last card in the pack. $76 as a 9. I don't know, is that a 9? Looks pretty good to me. I don't know. I've never had anything graded by PSA, so I don't know how. I don't know. I've heard that they've started grading tougher. So, all right. Last pack. Let's organize these. Make a third pile here. Oh, there's good old Joe Montana. Let's look at that, a Montana just sitting right there. Oh. All right, who do we got? Roy Green on the front. Decent wide receiver. All right. Now, wouldn't it be something if we got a Warren Moon? Wouldn't that be cool? Or even another Walter Payton. Don't want to be greedy. Had a really good box. Honestly, folks, this might be the best box I've ever pulled. I'm trying to think. I can't think of it. Or maybe another Marino. That'd be cool. Fred Dean. Another one of these Billy Ray Smiths. Ricky Feature. Dave Finzer. Matt Millen. David Logan. Jack Reynolds. Another Nolan Cromwell. Gum. I'm so Howie Long. There we go. Oh, corner just a titch, but it's centered very nicely. Ah, shit. So this isn't even a Howie Long rookie card. I think this is a Howie Long second year card. Centering's good. That corner seems like it settled down a little bit. What card number is it? 292. So let's say we get a 9 on that. $71.50. Recently sold for $33. But as a 9? Back in September, sold for $33. All right, but still not bad. Now, is that a 10? It might be. I don't know. As a 10, what's it worth? The centering's good. I didn't see any real. $265 as a 10. Dude, it's worth it to send this in. I got to put that in the sleeve. Not playing games. I mean, as these cards go, that's about as good as it gets. That bottom right corner is a little bit iffy. Let's look at it under the microscope. But even as a 9, looking at $30-50. Upper right looks good. Upper left is a little rounded, not bad. It's not damaged, it's just a little round. Bottom left is good. And bottom right, of course, is needing a little bit of support. But is it a 9? Might be. Still a cool card nonetheless. Again, Hall of Famer. Oh, this one's Randy Cross on the top. I like Randy Cross. 1,000 yard gets the ball. 235. What's this card worth? $20 is a 9. Now you might think to yourself, $20 is a 9. Well, it's in good enough shape. You could probably sell that raw $8. Another Lofton. This one's in beautiful shape too. I wonder what that one's worth. 75. $15 as a 9. I mean, come on, that's great. Pulled a $15 card along with a $30 to $50 card. I mean, you almost have to go through every single one of these and look and see. Lionel James, 376. Because there's a lot of cards in here that you just can't tell if they're high value or not. Lionel James, no. No. Jimmy Cephalo, Chargers. Chargers team leaders, 367, no. Oh, not a bad way to end. Mike Haynes, 290, so I got a bunch of those. Yeah, so like I'm telling you, $17 and a 9. Is that a 9 for that set? Yeah, that's a 9. And then look at this last one. Dickerson, record breaker. second to last card. Third to last card. All right. Well, holy cow, people. That is something else right there. I have to tell you, this is probably the most fun I've ever had opening up a box of sports cards. I can't think of any box where I've pulled this amount of value in a single box. I mean, got these. I mean, the Clayton alone. I mean, look at these. You got all these. Some of them commons even. I'm gonna put this Clayton record breaker in a. It's a record breaker. Mark Clayton, Miami Dolphins, most touchdown receptions in a single season. How many do you have? 18. Broke a record set in 1942 by Don Hudson and tied by Elroy Hirsch in 1951. This is the year Marino threw 49 touchdown passes. It was 84. Dolphins lost to the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Clayton was the big deep threat. Him and Mark Duper. Yeah. So that card, just as an example, and I'm not saying it's a 9, but in a 9, it's sold for $76. Now, when did it sell for 76? Yeah, it sold in December for $76. Now, again, that was Probstein, so you're probably not going to get that much just selling it by yourself on eBay. But let's just see what the comps are on this. 1985, Mark Cooper, Mark Clayton. Record breaker. Yeah, PSA 9 mint, $76. Even the PSA 8 sells for $18. PSA 9, 308, regular card, $49. Well, how many of those did I get? Let's just see. As an example, Mark Clayton. You got any Mark Claytons in here? Ron Jones. I got the Lofton. Just take that out, take the lot out, take the Howie Long out, take the Randy White out. Let's put these in sleeves. Manster, got a couple Mansters. Now you might think, well, who's gonna buy that? Randy White, somebody gonna buy that. Card number 52. And an 8, $22 graded. Well, I got like 3 of those. Howie Long, we've already talked about him. So part of it is a numbers game. I mean, obviously you don't want to send a bunch of these cards in right now. Ronnie Lott. It's a beautiful card. Right? And these 85 tops, they're horizontal. So the letters are vertical, of course, but the players' images are horizontal. I think that's cool as heck. I don't know of any other football cards that look like that. So this lot, perfectly centered in my opinion. Yeah, perfectly centered. Check out the corners. Clean, clean, clean. Tiny, tiny bit in that one corner. Definitely a 9 though. 156. Not a 10. 10s in these cards are hard to do. But $46.50 in a 9 for this lot. Yeah. No, granted, it was last winter. You know, and the market went way up last winter, but still worth getting graded. Okay, put the Lofton in here. Okay, so we looked at those. Let's look at these. Dickerson record breaker. Another Lofton. The Dickerson record breaker in there. The Jim Burt. I mean, the Jim Burt's $50. What? Billy Bates. $46 minutes, huh? Number 8. Oh, jeez. So, yeah, I mean, just not talk for a second here. So this card in a 9, $40. It's not a 9 though. I can see why it's the cut. So we'll put that there. All right, here's a Clayton. Again, it's got the scuff mark on it. The Clayton's worth some cash. Art Schlichter. Never heard of him, but he's worth some money. Jan Stenerud. The Largent's pretty nice. Now it's got a little stuff up there. So again, I love this card. Definitely. Oops. Getting things mixed up here. So this card, AFC Championship game, card number 8, $26. If it's in a 10, boy, you're in business. What's it worth as a 10? $39. Yeah, decent. Love that card. Okay. Another Randy White. Marcus Allen. Card's kind of damaged. Here's another Clayton record breaker. Okay. So it becomes at some point a bit of a numbers game where you get so many cards in duplicate form that this card's sweet. I actually have that card already, but I don't think it's in that kind of condition. No, it's not a 9. The bottom right corner's dinged a little bit because of the black border. It sticks out like a sore thumb, but still, somebody will pay $50 for that card. Graded as an 8. Let's see what it's sold on eBay. Walter Payton record, and then I'll stop because I've gone on quite a long time here. Walter Payton record breaker PSA 8. Bet it's $20. $50. $50. So this is a PSA 8 and it's $50? I told you. It's not a game here, folks. It's not a game. All right. Well, and you can't forget Lawrence Taylor sticker. So I think we did good. I think we did really good. Montana. I mean, I'm trying to think of the last time I got this much value out of a box of cards. I can't think of it. And I spent, some money over the last 40 years buying cards. So anyway, 1985 Topps. Don't sleep on it. This was a Cello box that I got off of eBay, authenticated and verified by the Baseball Card Exchange. Big shout out to my guy in Wisconsin for the sale, and also want to thank you for watching. I'm going to upload these videos. It'll take a little bit of time, but I can't forget the chili on the stove. Also too, be on the lookout for these bad boys, because I got quite a few of these, and I'm hoping that I pull a few gem mints. These are very rare cards. Like, they're around, but in gem mint there ain't much of them. So anyway, enjoy. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. One love. This is TE2 Edge Sports Cards. My name is Leotawa Dr. John Peterson. You're watching the Aloha Movement. Peace out and one love.